Hey everybody, I am so glad you're here today. Amy Hauser. We are going to do some breath work. We're going to do a little meditation time, and we're going to do a little bit of body movement and just loosen things up as we wind down, at least where I'm at in Houston, Texas. We're towards the end of the day, and it's a nice way to either start your day or wrap it up. Or maybe if you just need a little time for you, right? So I thought today we would spend time, first, we're actually going to start with meditation. Then we're going to move into breath work. Then we'll move into some gentle yoga. So if you are joining for the first time today, this is Christological, union-based, finished work movements. And you know, everything that is good is from God. And so, as I love to say, and Nancy Cohen is one who I first heard this from, is that as believers, as followers of Christ, we have the responsibility, in essence, when something is important to us, we enjoy, we make sure that we're operating in the righteous real, and we reclaim what has become twisted counterfeit. And so sometimes, like in this whole world, breath work and yoga or somatic body movement, meditation, you know, a lot of us growing up in the church, we get this kind of like, ooh, are we walking into areas that are not for us? And I'm a firm believer that God created all of this for us to discover and reclaim, that we're operating in our place of union. And so there's nothing wrong at all with moving our bodies, coming into awareness of how our bodies are working and flowing, and practicing or utilizing tools that help us step into deeper awareness, connection with Christ and our union or oneness. And so those are the kinds of things we're going to do. So what I wanted to do, where did I put this? Hold on. I misplaced something I had and I left it over here. Let me grab it. I didn't misplace it. I just left it on the table, on the counter. So something, when I got my yoga certification, I wanted to understand a little bit more about energy centers. We hear about chakras, right? You've heard about chakras. We hear about our energy centers in the body. And so we're going to spend a little bit of time, and I'm actually going to read some things about these energy centers, is what I like to call them. We can call them chakras, but really, you know what chakra actually means? Anybody know what it stands for, or what that word means, is defined as in our language? Is a wheel. And so it's a wheel within us. And so our bodies have these 7 energy centers, from our root, from our perineum, sitting down, our sit bones way low, all the way to the top of the head, our crown. And so I'm going to read some Christ-centered information a little bit about these. Then we're going to do some breathing on our energy centers and the awareness of these and how they work. So if we don't have an understanding or an awareness of some of this, we don't even realize what we're working with, and why sometimes maybe we're feeling a little shut down, really tired, all of those things. And so we can just continue to learn a little bit more. So I'm holding up this card because if you're familiar at all with chakras or these energy centers, they're usually represented with the color. So when I talk about root, and we're going to talk about a wheel, or you imagine a spinning wheel, it's like this red wheel at the root, way down low in your sit bones, okay? Think of your foundation. Then we move on up into the sacral, which is like seeing an orange wheel. Then you see the yellow is our solar plexus, and seeing that yellow, like a yellow sun spinning just below the belly button. Then the green being heart, our heart chakra, which is right at our heart center, or in that thymus gland area. Then we move up to the throat. Right in your throat, it's like seeing a blue spinning wheel in that area of an energy center. Then the next up, purple or like an indigo, right at, you hear the third eye, you know, you can call it that, you can call it the brow energy center or the center of the brain. And then the crown, which could be like a violet, or I like to think of that one as usually as a white light, is at the crown or at the very top, that soft part of our head, like when we're born and we don't, our plates come together in that soft part, that top of our head, that crown. And so we're going to talk a little bit about these. But you guys, you know what? Like in Ezekiel 10 is a great chapter to read, especially if you open up to some of this a little bit more. And, you know, in Ezekiel 10, they talk about like as we have these wheels within wheels is what Ezekiel was seeing. And from that, as we ascend to the throne of God, as we open these up. So as these energy centers in our body, you guys, begin to flow, and as we connect and open these all up that are tied to different emotions, different organs, different parts of the functioning of the body, the more open everything is, the more we receive when we're in a meditative state, right? Does that make sense? Like, so when I'm in a more peaceful place, then I'm more apt to be able to receive and hear and see things of a heavenly realm. Now that's not like, it doesn't have to only be that way, but these are things we're taught, and we get to learn a little bit more about ourselves. So just some of those things to think about. Okay, so I'm gonna just, let's see, maybe I'll read this a little bit. You know, it just talks about how as Christians, we see God as our great physician, the power to heal that he, as Christ in us, can heal our body, soul, and spirit. No healing happens apart from God, and our ultimate healing has been made complete in Christ. You know, and that's where the difference, right? That maybe what we would consider like New Age versus as we do this from a Christological standpoint, we know that Jesus Christ and Christ in us is going to be that source of all things, but that he's the source of all things. And so we get to learn and expand our understanding of how the human body works and operates optimally. And so just talking about, like, as we get still, just listening to the spirit, becoming aware that there is this movement or this flow within the body. It says chakra is Sanskrit in the Hindu language, really in the Hindu cultural understanding, that it's the spinning wheel, which doesn't refer to actual physical structures in the body, but swirling intersections of energy. There's 7 main chakras that run along the spine from the tailbone all the way to the crown, which we talked about. The vital energy that runs through the chakras, when it becomes unbalanced, can manifest as disease, right? And obviously there's multiple things that can cause dis-ease, but this is what's saying when these are off, it leads to other things in the body that are off. These swirling wheels of energy correspond to massive nerve centers and major organs in the body, as well as to psychological, emotional, and spiritual states of being. So I'm going to just read each one of these to give you guys just this overview, and then we're going to go ahead and do some breathing and some other things, because this is something that each time we meet, I'm going to be bringing these in more. So giving you guys a little basic understanding, I think, is a really helpful thing. So it says with our root chakra, so as I mentioned, that's like a red spinning wheel at your very root, at the very base in your sit bones. Located at the base of the spine, the root chakra is the foundation of the physical body and is associated with security, grounding, survival instinct, safety, stability, as well as physical health and our bodily connection. And then it says, where I am seeking my foundation, my security, my provision, and my safety, and my sense of being outside of the Lord, where am I? So it's like, am I ever like, so just like having that as a question, is there something other than Christ that I want and I use as my foundation? And that's just something for us to kind of think about and ponder as we go through these. And then the next one up is our sacral chakra. And so that's like, imagine kind of from your very root and just coming closer to your belly button, but still below the belly button. These are the lower energy centers. The sacral chakra is the center of our emotion, creativity, relationships, connection, sensuality, and sexuality. It helps us to be flexible and to accept change. So the question for you as we think about our sacral chakra is, do I feel at home with God and with myself? And what about with others? Do I experience a relationship with the Holy Spirit? And am I able to enjoy the good gifts that God created according to His design? And then if you're just moving up your spine, a little closer toward the belly button would be your solar plexus. And this energy center really governs our confidence, vitality, power, our will, strength, and self-esteem. And it helps us to be assertive and actually take action. So thinking about the solar plexus energy center within your own body, where have I found my confidence or my identity outside of Jesus? Where am I trusting in my own ability and relying on my own strength? And then just continuing up the spine, imagining right in the center a green spinning wheel, which is the heart chakra. Located right in the center of the chest, the heart chakra is the bridge between the lower and higher chakras. It's the center of free-flowing love, harmony, and compassion, which helps us to nurture and accept ourselves and others. So imagining that wheel in the center of your being. The question for you is, have I fully received the love of God in Christ Jesus? Am I holding on to hurt continuously or consciously or subconsciously? Will I allow Jesus to heal things within me that maybe I have not been willing to let go of? Am I loving others as I love myself? And let's continue on up that center column area right through the throat chakra area. So imagining that blue wheel spinning. This throat chakra is the center for clear, balanced communication and creative expression, which enables us to hear and to speak what is true with clarity and with confidence. And now a question to ponder. Do I rely on God to show me what is true? Where might I be holding on to my own ideas of what truth is? Do I speak truth in love? And where have I maybe caused harm by what I have said, or even what I've left unsaid? Let's move on up to what they call the brow chakra, or that third eye center. So I want you to imagine this indigo wheel spinning right in that center of the brain. I think of like where our hypothalamus is, and our amygdala, decision making. The brow chakra is the seat of wisdom, insight, perception, and imagination, which helps with intuitive knowing That knowing that we know comes from this place. And it enables us to see that which cannot be seen. So where am I trusting in my own understanding? Do I lean in on my own intuition and perceptions apart from God? And do I realize that without the light of Christ, I cannot see clearly? Then let's move on up. So imagining the final wheel right at the top of your head. Like I said, I see this as a white light wheel spinning. This is the crown. The chakra is the connection to heavenly realms, opening us to the divine and giving a sense of unity and oneness that helps with consciousness and understanding. So do I know that I am connected to God and that I am a part of the story that God is telling in the world? Where do I feel unhealthy attachments to the temporal things of this world? So this just gives us a further visualization of these energy centers that are at work and at play all the time, and our emotional responses to our lives and the world around us really impacts the flow of our entire beings. And as we grow in our awareness of this internal working, and this is to the understanding that we have, to say that we know this would just really it'd be foolish. It'd be us leaning on our own understanding, that this is what's been revealed to us to this point. But there is a knowing that each one of you on here and anyone who watches these recordings, we have that inner knowing that there's something always greater at play. And as we're kind of stepping in, y'all, to our greater awareness of our union with Christ, we feel things differently within our body as we're experiencing life, whether we're having a conversation with a neighbor or a loved one, or we're experiencing something. Maybe it's something we've written or we've just read, and there's a sensation in our body. Maybe it's sorrow, maybe it's joy, maybe it's fear. We know that these emotional responses we have to things in our lives and around us, as well as just as we're growing and we're accelerating in years, that there's a wisdom, understanding that something is always at play. And so as our energy rises, and that maybe is more in a positive light, we feel health, we feel light, we feel that love and a connection. And so realizing that our emotions and our physicality impact the way the entire experience on this earth is, and that we have a part we play. We can elevate it, or we can suppress these energy flows. And so as we come into greater awareness of, as if these are wheels within the center of our being, and we can experience the spiritual realms, we can step into that place of union and we're not going anywhere in our minds or in our hearts outside of our awareness of our connection with the Creator. As He is, so are we in this world. So Christ in us, that hope of glory, can accelerate our experiences of love, of joy, of peace, of abundance, of life to others that are around us, as well as in our own lives, as we open these centers of energy within our body. And so if you're sitting, whether you can be against a wall or with back on a chair to give your body the rest it needs. If you're sitting on a cushion, just sitting nice and firm and upright, becoming aware of your sit bones, settling into the cushion or the floor. And let's just do some breathing together. Just inhaling, if you're able, through the nose, bringing that breath down toward that root chakra, bringing in that breath. If you're not able to pull the breath where you're in essence feeling it down low, that's okay. You just roll with it. You just do what your body wants to do, is capable of doing today. Let's bring that breath in. We're expanding that belly. We're feeling the breath low in the lower abdomen region, feeling that expanse, and just letting that out through the mouth or the nose, nice and slow. Softening the face as we again inhale, feeling that belly expand like a balloon. As you're breathing in, filling up that whole torso, just becoming aware of the breath, filling up the body, just noticing where it wants to land in the body, and letting that out. Pulling that belly button in toward the spine, protecting the back as you're sitting up nice and tall. Again, just fill up the torso, beginning lower in the lower abdomen region, filling it through the chest, maybe bringing that breath up towards the face as if you're highlighting, like you're lighting up your face with your inhalation. Softening the shoulders as you exhale. Checking your fingers, are they resting nice and comfortably, say on your knees or lap? Hands can shine upward, the palms, or down. I always like to keep mine down, even though we're receiving when we have our palms up. Do what's most comfortable for you. Just softening the body as we're just doing some gentle inhales. See where there's room to soften the forehead. Opening through the collarbone. Relaxing. Continuing at just a comfortable rhythm of inhale, following the breath, allowing the mind to just come back to the breath. If you're finding your thoughts wandering to things that are going on in your life, conversations, things to do later, just observe it and bring the thoughts back to the breath. It takes practice, that's why we do it together. And so the next breathing exercise that we're going to go through, and I'm going to talk through it as you just continue to breathe, and then we'll do it together. But rather than on our inhale, our next experience is going to be where we're, as if we're inhaling and we're pulling the breath through our sit bones down at our root chakra. And we're going to then go up the spinal column with all those energy centers. And I'm going to have you stop at each energy center, and we're going to imagine, we're going to see, and we're going to breathe life into that area as if we're going to turn those wheels on. So we're going to be inhaling through the root, like we're pulling up air from the ground, and then we're going to exhale it out the top, like a whale, you know, releasing it through its blowhole. Obviously, we're breathing in and out of our mouth and nose, but we're imagining, we're activating our creative, sanctified imagination, seeing things that we don't usually take the time to see, and awakening the body, the breath, and the spirit in us. So let's go ahead and just take one more breath in through the nose, fill up the belly again, expanding that belly. like it's like a balloon or a grapefruit in your belly. Then let's take that breath up the spine a little more towards the heart, feeling your heart expand up through the chest, feeling the face kind of like you're highlighting your face with the inhale. And when you're ready, breathing out all of that air, releasing the things that no longer serve you, letting go of tension, all the way out. Let all that out. See if you can even go even more. Emptying, emptying, emptying. And then let's breathe in. Let's contract our perineum. We're going to inhale, sucking low. Is it at the root? I want you to hold that breath towards your root, imagining that red wheel spinning, holding that breath in, not tight, but just holding, not floating the breath right at the root. And on the exhale, let's let that light, that breath be like light going up the spine, all the way up, past all of the chakra points, and then exhaling out the top of the head. Let's do that again. Breathing in from the earth. We're inhaling, we're sucking all the nutrients from the earth below you, and we're holding it right at that root chakra. So it's as if you're giving yourself a little ab workout. You're holding that lower belly in, sitting up tall, softening the shoulders. Now let's go ahead and inhale from that point again, all the way up the spine. You're feeling that pass all of the points, and then exhale through the top of your head. Well done. Next inhale, let's inhale right past our root. We've got that root spinning like a red wheel spinning, and let's go up to our sacral point. So you're just inhaling a little deeper, a little higher, imagining your spinal column, like we've got this elevator shaft, and it's light, and we've got colored wheels that we're turning on with our breath. After you see that orange wheel begin to spin, let's just breathe right on past through that, up the entire spine. Sitting tall, but still relaxed at the same time. You're just going to have to play with this, and then breathing out the top of your head. Finding your rhythm. It may not be in sync with the way I'm describing. You do you with some cues from me. Let's go ahead and breathe in again. Inhale, clenching at the root, as if you're stopping a stream of pee, in essence. Inhale, pulling air up, past that sacral, right up to the solar plexus. That's that third chakra, or that energy center. Imagine your breath, now that you are thinking about it, focusing in on this. This is our confidence. This is that place of blessed assurance. We're turning that on, that wheel, as you focus on that area in loving kindness, that's spinning and spinning. And then when you're ready, go on past that, through that elevator shaft. You're going up higher, passing all the other centers, and exhaling, a relaxing exhalation. Relaxing the body. Let's inhale again, clench, tightening each of these energy centers. So as you're breathing in, you're tightening the root, you're tightening at the sacral, you're tightening at the solar plexus. Now you're up at the heart. Inhaling, holding that breath there, seeing that heart. Feel right at your heart center. Imagine the organ, that muscle of your heart. It's like you literally have this power to turn that center on. You're seeing this green wheel begin to circulate. And whenever you're ready, you just continue breathing on up that elevator shaft. And exhaling when your body is in need of release through the crown of your head. allowing that like just water flowing as you breathe out the top of your head. It's just like pouring out the top of your head, raining down life and energy all around you. Inhaling, pulling up past the root that's spinning now. The sacral is spinning. The solar plexus is spinning. The heart is spinning. Now we're up to our throat. Allowing that breath to rest and settle at the throat. Turning on that blue wheel. Spinning. And then passing that on up through the rest. And exhaling, seeing all of these colorful lights are just now spilling out the top of your head like that fountain of this whale. Like there's this blowhole of a shower of energy that is lighting up all around you. Magnificent colors. Then you're inhaling again, pulling up through the root, clenching from that root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, past the throat, and now resting right at the center of the brain. Allowing that breath to turn on that indigo wheel, awakening the hypothalamus, awakening the amygdala, the creative elements, that spiritual connection, that knowing that we have of our oneness and our union with our Creator. Yeshua, Ruach HaKodesh, and then exhaling through the top of the head. Again, more light. You are literally creating this colorful collage, this kaleidoscope of energy, of life in your body, allowing it to cascade over you, back down and around as we inhale one more time. Pulling up perineum, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, center, and holding at the crown at the top. Imagine this white light of this elevator shaft right up your center column, that spine, your strength, with all of these spinning light wheels. And when you're ready, letting all of that out, showering all around you, seeing just this light, like it's like fairy dust light just coming out of the top of your head, all around you. And let's go ahead and we're going to breathe in again. Let's go ahead and pull in breath of life from the earth. Seeing all of your wheels as you inhale nice and deep and slow through your entire center column. Feel the life and flow at your own pace, whether you want to go nice and slow or more rapid. Breathing through all of those centers, feeling that breath from the root as you're inhaling, softening the shoulders, opening the collarbone, and then exhaling through the crown. And again, it's just like this fountain flowing, pulling up, energizing you, but relaxing you at the same time, feeling everything, of knowing that as you continue with this breath, there's literally a life force. You're in this connection, this awareness with our Creator. Allowing that to just cleanse emotions, rejuvenate organs, bringing life into cells. That life flows through from His blood, through your blood. Your blood is one with Him. And we, by bringing our awareness, it is like the observer effect in quantum physics. As we observe these things, we bring the life into our body, through our mind, through our emotions, and give permission to our cells to live, to thrive, to find that joy and that peace that we long for, that we were created for. And just bringing your breath into a natural, comfortable rhythm that works for you. I'm going to do a little bit of reading before we move into some body work. This kind of works in alignment. So this is a meditation book with Hildegard of Bingen. And so she's incredible. She was an incredible saint back in the 1100s in Germany. First female physician in Germany, and I've enjoyed her books greatly. And I just want to read a little something because I thought this would be a good kind of meditative state. So finding a comfortable breath rhythm for you and a comfortable posture. So if you find yourself stiff, you're welcome to lie on your back, or you are welcome to stay in a seated posture. This section is entitled God, the Divine. A wheel was shown to me, wonderful to behold. Divinity is in its omniscience and omnipotence. Like a wheel, a circle, a whole that can neither be understood nor divided, nor begun, nor ended. God says, I am the day unto myself, not formed by the sun, but rather forming the sun, igniting it. I am the understanding, not understood, but rather allowing all understanding, illuminating it. I have a voice of thunder, living sound, the movement of all creatures, everlasting life of life. I am without beginning and without end. God, I am perpetually stirring and standing, always at work. All that God created was already God's presence before the world began, before the beginning of time. There is no creation that does not have a radiance. It is greenness or seed, blossom or beauty. It could not be creation without it. If God had not the power to thus empower, the light of the light to thus enlighten, where then would all creation be? It is easier to gaze into the sun than into the face of the mystery of God. Such is its beauty and its radiance. God says, I am the supreme fire, not deadly, but rather enkindling every spark of life. I am life, complete unto itself, whole, sound, not needing stones to be sculpted, not needing branches to blossom, not rooted in human potency. Rather, all life has its root in me. Understanding is the root. The resounding word blossoms forth from it. How then is it possible for God not to be at work? God is understanding. God put the world together out of various elements. He empowered it with wind. He illuminated and connected it with the stars. He filled it with all manner of creation. All this is to the glory of his name. Who is the Trinity? You are music and you are life. Source of everything, creator of everything. Angelic hosts sing your praise, wonderfully radiant, deep, mysterious. You are alive in everything, and yet you are unknown to us. Now here is the image of the power of God. This firmament is all-encompassing circle. No one can say where this wheel begins or ends. So moving into a few minutes of gentle movement to awaken the body, to strengthen the body, and to release tension that remains in the body. Let's begin with just some simple neck rolls. Lowering our chin toward the chest, staying with a comfortable rhythmic breath. Let's go ahead then and slowly roll our right ear over the right shoulder. And let's just hold it in that posture, staying, breathing so that we can feel on the left side a release. So just keeping that ear toward that right shoulder, softening those shoulders. See if you have room to relax the shoulders as if your scapula is just sliding down your back. And when we connect with the breath here, that left side of the shoulder will just release a little tension. Then let's bring that chin back toward the center of the chest. And then we're going to roll on through. So then let's just bring that ear, dropping that left ear toward that left shoulder. Just allow for an opening on the right side of the neck. Breathe, connect with the breath. If you're feeling any tension between your eyebrows, see if you can just soften by thinking about that. Softening the jaw. Then let's go ahead and bring that chin back toward the chest, rolling back towards center. Taking our shoulders up tight towards the ears, bring them way up tight. Hold them, and then quickly release. Let's go ahead and tighten again. Breathing in on the shrug up toward the ears. Hold it really tight, and then release quickly. Let's go ahead, inhale again, one more time. Shrugging all the way up, softening that forehead, softening the brow. And let it go. Let's bring our hands up to our shoulders. Let's just circle forward like we're drawing little small circles on the side walls of the room we're in. So then we're going to have like a perpendicular, like our under our arms of our upper arms are perpendicular to the floor, or not perpendicular, parallel to the floor. Bringing them up high, just shrugging forward, making fairly small circles. Get a nice mid-back release. Let's go ahead and reverse that. And we'll bring those down. Let's take our right arm just across the body, just a gentle pull. Connecting with the breath. Let's bring that back out, and we'll switch sides. Good. If you've got a cushion underneath you, let's remove that. And if you're sitting on a mat, I'm going to go ahead and get in a long position. We're just going to do a simple inclined plane. So being out on my mat, I'm going to lengthen my legs forward. We're going to start though, before we do our inclined plane, let's just do a staff pose. You guys, staff pose is simply, I just have my fingertips pointing towards my toes, I'm going to activate my feet, and I'm going to really press into the palms of my hand and activate my legs, belly into the spine. So this really is an active pose. It doesn't look like it, but if you're working it, you're working it. So my arms are lit up, pressing firm into the palms. Like I said, belly in tight to the spine, straight back. My legs are so active that really just my calves and my upper part of my glutes are what are touching the mat. All right, let's release that. Inhale those arms up overhead. Let's do just a gentle forward fold. So your hands might just land, they might land at your calves, they might land at your ankles, your feet, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and drop the chin toward the chest. Nice full breath in. Beautiful. Allowing that spine to just round, opening up the lower back. And let's walk those hands up the leg. Taking our hands back behind. We're going to do inclined plane. So with an inclined plane, I've got my fingertips, again, mine are pointing towards my toes, but if you need to have them back, that's fine. It really doesn't matter. Inclined plane, I'm going to push my way up, okay? And now I'm on my heels. And I'm just going to drop my head back, lifting that booty up, breathing into this pose, feeling a nice stretch throughout the entire back side of my body, activating my triceps. And then let's go ahead and lower down. Inhale those arms up again overhead, and let's forward fold again. Coming back up towards staff. Let's press into staff one more time. Activating those arms, activating those feet. So when I say active feet, that's like I'm going to press, my foot is flat and I could leave my indentation on the wall in front of me of my footprint. Active feet, lighting up the calves, the quads, belly in. Finding just a place to gaze at the wall in front of you. All right. Taking our hands back a little bit further. Let's go ahead and do our inclined plane again. Pressing into the heels, lifting the booty up off of the mat. Now having an outward rotation on your feet is perfectly fine, so then the outside blades of your feet are resting on the mat as you lift your body up. Dropping that head back just a little bit, neutral spine, belly in, glutes tight. Find your breath. And when you're ready, lowering back down. Now I'm going to just slide onto my back. We're going to slide into a half shoulder stand. So with a half shoulder stand, you could do a full shoulder stand if you would like, but we're just doing a few simple moves. So with a shoulder stand, I'm going to just place my palms down on the mat, and a half shoulder stand, I'm going to tuck my thighs in toward my belly and rotate up. I'm going to rest my hands on my lower back, right at the rim of my pelvic bowl. Just allow the spine to round out. If you like to do a full shoulder stand, just allowing for a gentle inversion or a partial inversion. You're going to feel like your airflow is cut off. You're just continuing to breathe. And rolling out of that when you're ready. We're going to move into fish and just feel a little different stretch on our back. So I'm going to put my palms right underneath my lower back. Scoochie Diesel. And then I'm going to walk my forearms underneath my back. So I'm up on my elbows like this. My feet are just relaxed out in front of me. And I'm going to allow my head to rest on the mat. And so really your palms might be closer to being underneath your glutes, maybe your lower back. So I'm on my forearms, opening up the chest, allowing the collarbone to open, while my feet relax, my legs relax, and just allow for a throat opener and the crown of my head, in essence, resting on the mat. Finding a breath. Can I get comfortable in this posture? Now you can always just stay down. You don't have to be up that high if you don't want, okay? And when you're ready, just slide your arms out ever so gently, allowing your body to lay flat on your back. And just resting for a moment. Let's take our feet flat on the floor, knees are pointing up to the ceiling. Then we're just simply going to take our arms out to a letter T. So have your arms out straight to both the left and the right wall. Palms down for stability. Then with our knees together, let's just drop our knees to the left side for a simple supine twist. Now, if you'd like to, you can take your left hand then and just kind of, if you need to press on that right thigh to bring it closer to the earth, or simply just allow the body to twist. Maybe you want to take your gaze to the right hand for a little added twist, a little added intensity, connecting with your breath. Then let's go ahead, pressing those knees together, bring them back up to center. And when you're ready, let's drop those both knees to the right side and bring the gaze to the left hand. Pulling that belly into the spine. Making sure that you're breathing. Then let's bring that other hand over to the same side that your knees are on, so that we're just in a fetal position on our side body. And just remain in a fetal position on that side body for a moment. And when you're ready, just put your hands down. Let's push ourselves up to seated. Lovely, right? We could stay down there and take a nap. Now we're here. Let's just flip on over to all fours for tabletop. Let's just do a few simple cat-cows. So let's go ahead and inhale. Draw that chin up toward the ceiling as you're inhaling. Belly drops low, so you have that curve in your spine like a cow. Pressing into the mat. Let's inhale, rounding that spine like a cat. Dropping that chin toward the chest, hollowing out through the armpits. And then let's go ahead and drop that belly toward the mat. Inhaling, chin comes up, eyes come up, shoulders slide down the back, relaxing, pulling away from the ears. Let's go ahead and exhale, pushing through the hands, rounding that like a scared cat back. Chin toward the chest. One more time, drop that belly, inhale, chin comes up. Eyes gaze towards the wall, the ceiling. And exhale, letting all that out, rounding the spine. Then let's tuck those toes under, push up into a gentle downward facing dog. Pressing through the fingertips, chin toward the chest. If you want to walk your dog a little bit, just pedaling, alternating side to side, checking that flexibility in the ankles, stretching gently the Achilles tendon. Connecting with your breath. Then let's go ahead and just lower those knees back down to the mat. Let's take our knees wide. Now, sometimes if you have knee problems and you want to block for a child's pose, otherwise we're going to push back into child's pose. Hands come out long in front of you and you're just sitting back on your haunches. So you're about resting on your heels. Allow that forehead to just rest on the mat. On the inhale, send that breath to the back as if you're filling up like ribs, like you have a camelback backpack on, like instead of water, you're filling balloons of air into your backs of your ribs. Feel that fascia, all that muscle expand as you inhale, exhaling it out. Continuing to breathe. Maybe massage your forehead, rolling it from side to side on the mat. Just getting that little tension out of the forehead and the eyebrows. Allow the jaw to relax. Next inhale, let's push back up and we'll meet in seated position. Whether hero pose if you like, or easy pose with your crisscross applesauce legs, whatever you like. Reconnecting with your breath. If you'd like, let's take our hands to the heart. Just feeling that expanse on your inhale, feeling your hands rise, chest expanding, and relaxing on the exhale. You know, as we conclude our time this evening, having another week where we get to hop on, we get to breathe, calm, quiet the mind, remember that place of union and connection, that all of the wonderful things that we ponder about our Creator all resides in us. This is the life force that we are awakening to even more every single day. And there's something beautiful and powerful about coming together with other people where we slow down, we remember who we are, that life doesn't have to just happen to us, but that we are co-creators of the life that we were created for. And so it's fun to just get on here, do some things, move the body a little. And I'm so glad that you joined in and that you hopped on today.